So Sony's Yoshida came out and said, we don't know if we can ever change PSN IDs. There's a couple other stories associated with today's video. I'm going to be also talking about the potential for a PS5 or an updated PlayStation and these names here. Basically, what it comes down to is that when he was asked if you could ever change your PSN, Yoshida said in a video response, "I wish I know. We're aware that lots of people are asking for the feature, and our engineers have been looking into what they can do. As soon as we know, we will let you know. But as of today, we don't even know if we can ever do it. Hopefully, we will be able to provide that feature in the future." So, if your name is XX Quickscope I Blaze 420, or XX I Destroy You, or XX I'm the Grim Reaper, things like that, you're not gonna be able to change name. I'm sorry. Maybe, you know, that's kind of a harsh sentence if you think about it. Because if you made that stuff as a child, man, you're probably like, oh man, that sucks. But anyways, on to the next story. Pretty much what we're talking about with the PlayStation 4 possibly having an update. A couple of interesting theories and stories are going around, and they're just stories. Yoshida said that there is no plans for a PS5 right now. As of right now, I'm quite sure they're developing it. I'm quite sure they're going to make it for the future, but the life cycle of consoles are usually around 5 to 10 years, and the PlayStation 4 has not been out for 5 years yet. Not 10 years, definitely. So maybe in 2020 we'll be getting a PlayStation 5, or maybe 2017, 16, some 2017, 18, I don't know. Anyways, basically what they were talking about was saying that there's potential for the PlayStation 4 to be updated. So what do I mean by updated? I mean a stronger processor, I mean a stronger GPU, I mean different innards, things of that nature. I think one of the biggest things that people are trying to push for is this 4K. Well, not most people, but there's a good chunk of individuals who try to criticize the consoles for not being able to drive 4K, and I would just like to point out that they're using an APU chip, and I'm pretty sure they're developed by AMD. I think it's an AMD Jaguar, if I'm correct, and that's not a super powerful chip. That's a specialized chip. So for everyone out there who's like, man, I really wish I could watch 4K TV on my new 4K TV with my consoles, it's like 4K is a pretty relatively young technology. How long did it take for 1080p to become the standard? I mean, even some channels are still 720p. There's some games that are still coming out just 720p and 900p. Barely have 1080p on lockdown. Yes, PC Master Race aside, I know if you're a PC Master, I'm a PC Master Race. I fucking love my PC. I love playing my PC on a monitor. And if you're a smart person, you would just get a wired controller, hook it up to your PC, and you would get a extra long HDMI cable, or hell, get a wireless controller and just hook up your PC to your damn TV. There are long HDMI cables that can do that, so if you have the option to do that, I would strongly suggest trying it out. There's also Steam Link and things like that, but my point is that there's a lot of people who are saying, well, we want this, we want that, we want everything else. Okay, so in the past, there's been game consoles who have done add-ons and things like that. Even more recently, we've had things like the HD DVD player for the Xbox 360. You guys remember that? That was a complete and total colossal failure. And that was everyone and their mom jumping aboard the Blu-ray and HD DVD train. If you guys remember HD DVDs, they were just a little bit less than Blu-rays. Blu-rays went out as the industry standard, more than likely because PlayStation 3 implemented it, and a couple of companies took bids for Blu-ray rather than HD DVD, and that's why that happened. And so when you see companies looking at the consoles and thinking to themselves, well, you know, we've come so far, we've developed the software so differently that we could actually just put these consoles into a more of an update mode. Like, just think about it, a console as a PC, okay? But you can't alter the console itself. It's more along the lines of upgrading the technology you already have. So you yourself wouldn't be able to update it, but you would be able to go out and get the same exact looking product with different innards, different guts in it, and the abilities to do different things. Then we would have games on the shelves that would say, remember, this is for the PlayStation 4 4K edition only. And I think a lot of casual people wouldn't understand that philosophy. A lot of soccer moms, a lot of individuals out there who don't generally play games or do gaming, but they go and buy presents for children, birthdays, they buy presents for significant others and things of that nature, and they end up getting the wrong game for an individual, and they're like, oh shit man, that sucks, and that's going to cause a lot of drama and a lot of issues with returns and things of that nature. But it's not as if we don't already have stuff like that, because how many games out there have the PlayStation Move? How many games out there are for the Kinect? Not a lot, but they still exist, and they have it pretty well branded that this is a Kinect game and you need the Kinect to play this. So things like the new 3DS have come out, and a lot of people feel ripped off about that. There's no questioning that. And several people in videos have talked about this stuff and made mention of this stuff, and I don't blame them for mentioning it because it's the damn truth, man. You have a new Nintendo 3DS XL. I was about to get a Nintendo 3DS XL, and then I heard that the new Nintendo 3DS XL came out, and I waited a couple months, and then I got that one instead. I would have been really pissed off if I spent $200 on the same damn system, but I got the weaker version of it. I would have been damn pissed off, man. But that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. At some point in time, you're going to have to release the new console, and there's going to be a small percentage of people who just bought another PlayStation 4 when you release the PlayStation 5, and they're going to be like, oh, fuck, if I knew you guys were coming out with the PlayStation 5, I would have waited. And that you can never, ever, ever avoid that shit. You just can't. You can't avoid it. It happens, it's going to happen, and you're going to have complaints about that. But I hope that these console manufacturers aren't going to use current hardware and try to just update it and make different variations of the Xbox One, the PlayStation 4, and the Wii. Well, it's going to be the Nintendo NX, but yeah, we'll see, ladies and gentlemen. What are your thoughts on this? Leave it in the comment section below. There's a lot of videos, there's a lot of articles, there's a lot of speculation, and you know what? Nothing's been answered yet. So I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out, and is this something you would be on board with, or would this be something that you would be very pissed off about if it did happen? And now, the important decision of joining the Maverick Rebellion. We are a tight group of individuals who rebel against stereotypes and greater evils that are commonly accepted. ISPs, children being conned out of games, sexism in video games, enough is enough, and the Mavericks have had it. If you choose to subscribe, or stay subscribed, you are joining the fight against injustice by watching my numerous video topics. From net neutrality to publishers covering up botched releases, the Mavericks are always informed on the issues plaguing your gaming experience today. So don't be left out in the cold, and don't let those people keep you down. Join the Maverick Rebellion today and become a member of the community that will listen and engage with you. What are you waiting for? Just click subscribe and you'll be in good company. Mavericks unite!